Good morning, family. Peace and love to the family. Okay, um, this little short video is about the series finale of Game of Thrones. I don't know if I've even mentioned it, but I'm a very big Game of Thrones fan. Okay, I know the backlash of season 8 that a lot of fans have. Now, I love season 8 all the way until the last two episodes. To me, we should have got one more season. Well, I'm sorry, season 9. I'm sorry, not 8. Season 9. We should have got 10 seasons. And this is why. They try to cram so many different story arcs in these two episodes. Like cram to like hurry up and end it. And spoiler alert, these are spoilers. If you haven't seen the show, if you don't know anything, if you haven't seen the episodes, you might want to pause this, save it for later, and then come back and watch it. But anyway, I felt like I kind of got cheated. I felt like I went to a restaurant. I've been hearing good things about this restaurant. I see the reviews or whatever the case may be. And the minute I get the food, it's nothing like what anybody said. And it's just, to me, overall, I still give the show a 10 out of 10. I was greatly entertained through the entire series. But the last two episodes, I didn't get enough. Let's start with Jon Stark, one of my favorite characters. I felt like in most cases with most TV shows, movies, that you build all this up, create this entire thing for Jon, and then you do nothing with it. And I think that's what a lot of people had a problem with. They had a problem with you building up and you can see Jon taking the throne because he doesn't want it. But he doesn't. Instead, he kills the Dragon Queen. And that's it. Nothing. And out of every single person that can probably rule over all the kingdoms, Bran was, to me, should have been put in place as an advisor. He shouldn't have been put in place to rule over other people because he seems to be detached from human emotion. He was dull. Like, he's at a low bar for me when it comes to character. I got his character development. I got, the Three-Eyed Raven and all this and that. But the thing that really set me back on Bran was just ruling. I can't see him doing it. I don't know where they went with that. Where did Tyrion Lannister think like, yeah, Bran would be perfect? I didn't understand that. That's just me though. Arya, her story arc, I was fine with it. Sansa, I was actually fine with her story arc. She did what she was supposed to do as to pertain to her character. It's just the characters with the most shine to them. Even Jamie, it should have been him doing something as far as going to just go save Cersei, but still coming back to I forgot the tall chick that he was with. I forgot her name, and she's a good character too. I loved her character art, but it should have been something built on that. It should have been something where Cersei all power hungry or whatever, or she got so into her villainous self that she ends up accidentally killing her, doing something like falling or killing herself or being trampled, and Jamie watching like, yeah, I don't need to be here. You don't love me. You don't love anybody. You have this weird sense of love. Like, it should have been something on that. Like, everything should have been completed. And it's just like, it just got thrown away at the end. That was my only problem with it. It just got thrown away. My wife and I, we love the show. And we were just looking like, what the fuck just happened? It just got so, I don't know, it just got so unbalanced because I'm a writer. And in a story, when you present a finale to your story, you want every single arc to have a complete story. You want it to be finished. You want it to be presented to where you're like, yeah, I can definitely see that. Regardless if the ending is happy or bad. You just wanted to have a good, strong finale. And I just don't think it did. It should have been an entire season of the Dragon Queen sitting on the Iron Throne and ruling in a way that she think she's ruling right. But instead, what she's doing is she's actually becoming like her father. And it takes a few episodes, like let's say if they did an episode, season 10, around the 4th or 5th halfway point, John really he sees like, man, you're mad. You whacked out of your mind. And then in that content, the rest of the episodes is to dethrone her. But it just ended. And I feel the anger, the frustration of all the fans out there. I feel you. I just felt like it should have had a bigger impact in the finale. I mean, this has been going on, what, 8 years? You know, and it's a huge, it drew a huge, there is no one even people who don't watch the show that didn't know what Game of Thrones, like did not know it. Like, that's a great thing. You know, it's kind of like I'm seeing that this is how one of my other favorite shows, The Walking Dead. Like, take Breaking Bad. That was another one of my favorite shows. The last season wasn't great as the other, but the finale was perfect. You know, Walter White came full circle, you know, where, you know, I think his cancer was coming back. You know, he did some, spoiler alert again. And, you know, he kind of did one good deed before he died. And in the moment when he's in that warehouse where they cook the meth and everything, that lab, and he's kind of walking around and looking at shit, and he's kind of like, man, like, what happened? What did I become? What did I do? This is crazy. And he went in to, you know, save his coworker. You know, he had to do one good deed, you know, one good thing. He had to leave off this earth. He had to, you know, and he died right there in the lab because he had so much pride in it and so much, you know, I mean, I understand he's, you know, cooking meth, but he had so much into all that. It came full circle for him. And the fact that it did, it was like, man, this is perfect. Like, this is perfect. And it ended perfectly. But Game of Thrones, I'm not gonna lie, the last 2 episodes was kind of a letdown. It was kind of a letdown. Don't get me wrong, I still love the show. And even when they, you know, stream it and air it and all that, I'll still watch Game of Thrones, even to the last silly little episodes. But as a viewer, as a person that invested time into researching and doing backstory on the whole Targaryen family and everything, and just, you know, looking up YouTube shit and, you know, Googling this and that and, you know, certain things on the book, I just felt like there should have been a lot more. They put so many story arcs that didn't have a closure to it. I guess that's the shit that a lot of people had gripes with. But I'm gonna leave this video at that. You know, like I said, Game of Thrones, it's done, guys. It's over. You know, the hell with the petitions. We didn't like certain things, and that's, you know, everybody's a critic. So let's just, you know, move on and see what else comes about. And on that note, holla.